So in the previous video, we found this Honda CR-V at the junkyard and happened to find the coveted CR-V picnic table. Yo, I've been searching for this thing everywhere and I finally got my hands on one for only 30 bucks. Hello, my name is Kevin, and if you guys are new here, welcome to the channel where I'm building this Honda Civic using only parts that I find here at the junkyard. Alright y'all, hey, it's another beautiful day. We're here at the junkyard. I don't really have anything in mind that I want to take specifically. Yeah, we're kind of just here to see what the yards have for us today. I saw online that they had a couple Civics laying around here, so hopefully we could find those and hopefully they're not picked apart already. We're now 20 episodes in. I'm thinking this might be the last episode for the Civic. Kind of just wrapping up the build. Don't worry guys, I'm gonna keep going to the yards. I'm gonna still find some junkyard parts. Most likely gonna keep the series going. It's just that I think I want to finalize the entire, the whole season. Just go ahead and wrap it up in 20 episodes. I think that'll be a nice, number to end it off at. Yeah, everything after this, it'll probably just be like bonus episodes, DIY style videos. Yeah, just stuff like that. So, we're here at the Pick and Pull in Fort Worth, Elliott Reader, if you know, you know. I told myself that I wasn't gonna come back here because of the prices like they give me these days, but I actually just came to look for the clips for the trim pieces on the side. I gotta pop those out and then take some of the clips. That way I could actually put my car back together. Stuff like this. Yeah, enough talking, let's get to walking. It's actually pretty empty out here. It's a Tuesday, it's pretty hot outside too. I don't think anyone's really out here trying to get some parts out in the heat. Whoa, what is this thing? Deluxe? Volkswagen. I don't know if y'all can see in the camera, but the material on this spoiler, it's kind of like a suede or... Oh, you know what? I'm stupid. I just felt it and it was actually rubber. Interesting. Whoa, it's a car from 1987. Take a look at it later. Let me get my part first. Okay. I walked the entire yard and only managed to find one Honda Civic. And it's not even the coupe. And also, there was a guy already on it, so I'll just pull up on him, see if I can get my part and get out of there. And so as we get further into the junkyard, we finally get to the Civic that's right next to a red first-gen CR-V. It's always cool to see these old Hondas side by side. But anyways, we've got the sedan Honda Civic here in, and all I really need are the clips off of this side trim. So let's go ahead and get to that. The tool I'll be utilizing for this job is just a simple flathead screwdriver. This one's got a long reach that I like to use for leverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and just wedge it in and try to pry it off of that door. Really what you're supposed to do is you gotta pop it out from the inside behind the door card. But yo, I'm just trying to be in and out with this, and prying it off with the flathead works just fine. So check it out, once you got the trim off of the door, it exposes all of the plastic clips and you can just simply twist and remove them. Sometimes it'll get stuck on the trim as well, so with the same flathead, I'm gonna just slide it out of the grooves and it pops right out. And these are exactly what I need. It's always good when you have extra hardware, just in case you end up missing any. Now that I have those clips, let's go ahead and walk around. I'm gonna pull up to this car that I saw earlier. I think it has a really cool piece that I might just take home. Yeah, here it goes. Now I've come across this Honda Fit that appears to have the entire lip kit on it. Unfortunately, I already do have a lip kit on it. Got most of my parts off in an Accord, but this should have... I looked inside. It has a front bumper inside of there, and had I found this earlier into the series, I definitely would have utilized this part right here. Guys, check it out. It's the front bumper with the lip on it. What? All right guys, man, I've been looking for this thing forever, but they're always taken. The front lip and the steering wheel. Like, I kid you not, 99% of the time, these are almost always taken. I'm not so sure if this front lip fits onto my bumper specifically, since mine is the facelifted version. I've only seen pictures of it on the older style of the bumper, where it doesn't have any inserts for the fog lights. But this is a very awesome find. I'm gonna go ahead and take that, even though I don't need it. Maybe I'll throw it onto another junkyard build. I'm gonna see what they want for it up at the front. You know, just to show you guys, you know, you can really style out your car, you know, make your car more stylish with parts that you can find here at the junkyard.
And for this job, you're just gonna need a simple Phillips head screwdriver, as well as a 10mm socket.
And look at this, it's even got a tow hitch. What the heck was this little bitty Honda Fit towing? All right, got those 4 screws off. Just gonna toss that below. There it goes. Ah, just like that. Oh, okay, I see. There's a bolt that we gotta take off right there. And I'm guessing there's another one on this side that we gotta take off. Yep, okay. So let's go ahead and flip this over, and I see it right there. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this is gonna need 2 hands. Oh yeah, I think I'm done with hand tools. Get you one of these. That made the job so much easier. So we got the front lip off. Don't think the rear lip fits onto anything, unless maybe you have a hatch, like a Civic hatchback. But anyhow, hey, got ourselves a cool little part, and it's best when you're not even expecting to find anything. Wouldn't it have been crazy if I found the 4th HFP wheels? That's what I really need. I need to find that 4th wheel. Oh, and another potential item that I could have used for my build is the steering wheel. Check it out. It's even got the airbag on it, all intact. This would have been cool to have. But as of right now, I'm trying to find a Honda Accord with the airbag in it. That way I can replace the Acura symbol. But this works as well. Look at this, guys. It's stick shift. What? That's cool. Woo! Guys, they let me have it for 10 bucks. I'm shocked and pleasantly surprised, because these days, this pick and pull yard, they be throwing out some asinine prices. But the guy working there today, he was like, oh, just count it as plastic, and then boom, 10 bucks, that right there. Hey, front lip for 10 bucks. That right there, that should be the usual, you know? 10 bucks for such a small piece, yeah. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's just to give you the general idea of, like, you know, what these parts should be priced at. You know, it's just a very general lip, but the fact that it's coming off a Honda Fit, it's a really nice part to come across. So picking it up for only 10 bucks, man, that's a hell of a deal. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see what the next yard has. I'll see you there. All right, we're at the next location. Trying to find some tires. Yeah, before I start driving the Civic on the road, I gotta get some new rubber. The current ones are a little dry rotted, so I figure I'd swing by to this next location and find me one that fits. Usually this one has they're pretty stocked up with tires, but we'll see. Hopefully I have some good luck. Well, actually, I'm thinking about getting just brand new tires for the Civic, but I wanted to come here and show y'all kind of like the DIY version, an inexpensive way that you can change your like if you ever caught a flat, you could just come here to the junkyard and grab you another tire. I think I'm looking for a 15. Oh. Well, I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't be able to find a 15 here, since it's a little outdated tire size. Everything these days are usually like 17s or 18s, and it looks like they're stock. They're kind of running out here. All right, I think I found me one. This looks like a 15. But what the hell? There's no point in that. Yeah, that would have been a good tire to use as an example, but I don't know why they have it out here. It's slashed on the side. I think I'm just gonna have to show you guys at home. Unfortunately, we can't find a tire, but I'll ask them up front how much they sell them for anyways. That way you guys can get like a general idea. Whatever, let's take a look at this yard before it starts raining. You know, coming to the junkyard around like 3 o'clock, in between the 3 to 5 o'clock time span. I guess that's because everyone's, you know, getting off of work and whatever. No one's really here. Usually the junkyards are jam-packed whenever it's like 12 in the morning. Yeah, it's pretty chill once you come out here around like 3 p.m. No one's really here, especially on a weekday. And then these are kind of the slow days that you can actually bargain with the employees because, you know, they're kind of chilling. They're about to close up shop. And that way you could really throw a price and sort of haggle with them a little bit. All right, I walked the entire yard. There's nothing out here for me. We're just gonna book it to the house and I'm gonna show you guys how to replace your tire DIY style. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got a bunch of just random tires laying in the backyard, so I'll just use those as an example. Oh, check it out, I got a 350Z here. Look at this, y'all. Driving home and I noticed this old ass car. I think it's owned by an old person too. Oh man, I can't zoom in anymore. Funny thing is, that's actually the paint shop that I go to get all of my materials. Maybe he's looking to paint his project car. The 280ZX. So many cool cars on the road. That boy's flying too. He's passing through all the traffic. Alright, well, so you can see this is the sad state that the Civic's in right now. I've got the bumper off because I had to transport the car all the way to the backyard just to, you know, clear out the front yard. We just needed some space up there, needed it all cleared out. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a battery inside of it and I'm gonna try to drive it out of here. As you can see here, I do have an RSX right next to the car. This right here, it's a little sneak peek, but it's basically gonna be the next project. Totally new series. I think you guys will like it. It's gonna be really fun, and yeah, I can't wait to start it. All right, so guys, check me out. Main goal for this video, I want to throw some new rubber onto the car. I mean, as you guys know, I got these wheels off of a junkyard, so who knows how long they've been sitting in there, so I don't want to risk nothing at all. The tires that are on these wheels, they're probably already dry rotted, and yeah, even though this is a junkyard specific build, I still want to do everything within safety reasons. so tires, those are definitely going to come brand new. I'm gonna take it to a shop and they'll throw some new ones on there, but I mean, the whole premise of this channel is that I like to do things DIY style. So before I throw on some new rubber, I'm gonna show y'all an example of how to change out your tire by yourself. First off, we're just gonna stop by my favorite place ever, besides the junkyard. Best place ever, my favorite place.
Noisy, 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 noisy.
So in order to change our tire, this tool right here is exactly what we'll be needing. It's gonna be a manual tire changer for about 60 bucks. And if you guys were wanting to go the total DIY route, Harbor Freight has pretty much everything you need in order to set up like a mobile tire changing station, like a wheel balancer and this bead breaker. But the one we're taking home is a stand that's supposed to make taking tires off and on with just some simple tools and some manpower.
I want to throw some new tires onto the car, but first off, I'm just gonna set this up and show you guys how to do it DIY style. This is gonna be my first time ever trying this out, so you'll just learn along with me. Alright, so I got the parts laid out here. Looks like I'm gonna have to assemble it a little bit, but we've got the main component right there. It looks like we gotta set that up, bolt it in. That'll be the tool that breaks the bead on the tires. This is basically the tool you will use to manhandle the tire and get it on there, get it off there. Kind of like a crowbar. Now, you're supposed to bolt this into the concrete, but I don't want to do that. I don't really want this thing to be like so permanent. I'm gonna bring out a pallet of wood that I got off of Facebook Marketplace, and we'll bolt it onto that. Yeah, I got this off of Facebook Marketplace totally for free. Figured this will do the job of just having like a platform for this tire changer so that it won't move around as I'm using it.
Alright, so right here you can see me setting it up, and it's a very simple process. It comes with all of the parts and all of the hardware. All you really need to do is line up the holes and just bolt it in. However, since I am installing this onto a wooden pallet, I had to go to the hardware store to get some longer bolts. The ones that came in the package were just a little too short. Now the red pieces that you see on this setup, these are actually a separate item that I got off of Amazon. People who use this manual tire changer recommended that you get a duckbill mod. Apparently this little mod right here just makes the process way easier. Reason being, when you lift the tire up and over the duckbill, you should be able to rotate it all around the wheel without any real effort. So I figured I'd try it out myself, but in the end I actually ended up not even using it because this just didn't work out for me. So yeah, anyways, here I am breaking the bead off of the tire. You just want to lay the wheel on top of the rubber footing and then line up that presser where the tire meets the lip of the rim, and with the extension you just press all the way down, and yeah, the tire breaks off of the bead real smoothly. Now just continue to rotate the tire and do it on basically all sides. Flip the wheel over and then do the other side as well. So once the tire is completely off of the bead, we're just going to unscrew this top and drop the wheel down into the stand. And there's a metal rod that lines up with one of the lug nut holes. Basically it just keeps the wheel in place so that it doesn't wiggle around while you're messing around with the tire. And so screw the top back in and then torque it down with the metal pole. So some extra tools you'll be needing are some tire irons and, you know, some like crowbars or pry bars. Like I said, people like to use this duckbill mod along with this manual tire changer, but it wasn't really working out for me, so I just took it off. And so I'll just be utilizing my hand tools. But basically what we're doing here is we're trying to get the tire up and over the lip of the rim. And so my method here was to get the tire iron underneath the tire so that I can use leverage to sort of, you know, slowly bring it up and over the lip. Now, I'm cutting down the footage for y'all, but this actually took me quite a bit to do as my tool kept getting stuck inside of the tire, so I was just struggling to pry it back out. But yeah, once you have enough of one side popped out, the rest of it will give.
I wonder if I could just yank this out.
Soapy water. Now when you're doing this, you're gonna want a bottle of soapy water. This will make the process so much easier and make it to where you don't have to struggle as much. Now just like how we did before, I'm gonna wedge the tire iron in between the tire and the rim, and then use a second pry bar to kind of just hold it in place while I use this bigger tire iron to lift up the bottom portion of the tire up and over while I pull on it all around the rim. This would have been easier if I did bolt it into the concrete, but yeah, if you're gonna put this on a pallet, just make sure it's really heavy so that the entire setup doesn't move while you're doing this.
Well, alright guys, that's how you take off the tire. I was trying to do it with the red adapter so that, you know, I don't mess up the rim at all, but that was just not cutting it. And so I had to resort to just using brute strength and, you know, leverage. Yeah, that sucked. That really did. I think I would not have gotten that on the first try with the HFP wheels. I would definitely screw it up. But hey, it's a good thing that we have this spare right here. I can show you guys somewhat how to do it if you want to try it out yourself. Let's go ahead and inspect the damage. The wheel itself was already pretty messed up since it is old and used, but from using this little pole right here, honestly, it doesn't look any different than before. That's just because it's a crappy wheel. But anyways, yeah, I really had to dig this in and kind of just scrape it along to get that tire off. So I mean, if you are worried about messing up your wheels, don't even try this out. Just take it to a professional. I tried to use that, but my issue was whenever I pushed this thing down, this little plastic duckbill piece, it wedged up against the rim. So then I couldn't even slide it back and forth. This piece right here, I guess it's plastic, and so it kind of bends a little bit. Well, that's how you take off the tire. Now let's figure out how to put it back on. We're just gonna put this one back onto there.
so I kept having issues with the whole tire popping out as I'm trying to do one side. So beforehand, I actually ordered these little tools that holds the tire in place while you're trying to put it back on. All you gotta do is wedge it in between and then tighten it up. This will keep the tire in place and prevent it from popping back out as you're trying to get the other side done.
Yeah, I don't think tire changing is in my profession. But man, this shit just sucks ass. There it goes. Oh, buddy, this is tough. I don't know if I can tell, but it's fucking raining on me. Okay, I think I got it. I'll wedge the tool in between the tire. I just have that little bit. It's raining. Right here, check it out. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Let's get these off. Oh my goodness, bro. Well, boys, that's how you replace a tire using this manual tire changer. Only thing left to do is to put some air in it, and then it should pop right up. Good to go.
Alright, so now that we have the experience of changing out a tire ourselves, now I'm gonna just take off all the wheels so that I can prepare to take it to a shop.
So I got all 3 wheels off. Whenever I flip over the wheel, all 3 of the wheels, the stamp on there, it says all 3 of them are 16 by 6.5. So when I go to order these, I'm gonna have to order that same exact wheel. But yeah, now that I've verified the size, the width of the wheels, I can go ahead and order the correct one on that website. Let's go ahead and just piece this car back together bit by bit. Gonna go ahead and utilize the pieces that I've got off of the junkyard. Gonna fill this in. Well, looks like the blue ones fit. Those red clips didn't. I mean, it is what it is. I'm sure this will stick on just fine with just these 2. Well, it's on there for now. Definitely gonna have to go back and find more of the blue clips. Anyways, there's that. Okay, bumper's on. However, there is a little bit of fitment issues here and there. Quite a gap right there. Yeah, I need one of those bracket lift kits, because cannot have that. But anyways, it's on there for now. So I got to get more of the clips to replace all of them. All right, well, even though I don't have that 4th wheel, really wish I did. But I'm gonna go ahead and just throw on some new tires on these. Kind of just tired of having it stuck on there on jack stands. So yeah, go ahead and go to a shop and get some new rubber on this. I'll just load her up into the Civic and we'll be on our way. All right, guys, so I just got back from Discount Tire. I usually just go there just because it's nearby and it's just what I'm comfortable with. I always take my cars there or wheels there to get a new set of tires. But anyways, as you can see, I got my wheel back there. Got the other 2 in the trunk. Some cheap all season tires, nothing too fancy. I just want to throw some new rubber on there with some new tread. I'm gonna book it home, that way we could throw these tires on. Reason why I didn't want to do it myself is because I would have had to get my wheels balanced anyways. So I mean, by taking it to a shop, might as well knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. They'll throw on some new tires for me and they'll balance it as well. If I were to do it myself, I'm pretty sure I would have scratched up the lip of my wheel. Quick announcement, guys. Just wanted to let y'all know that my online shop is officially open. Yes. I've had a whole lot of you guys in the comments asking when I'm gonna do merch. Am I gonna start selling shirts or anything like that?
Well, lately I've been experimenting with making stencils and screen printing on t-shirts. You know, just to learn the process so I can have something ready for you guys. And while learning, I burned through a lot of material just trying to figure out what exactly works. In the future, I'm gonna learn how to make a proper screen. You know, the ones that you see that everyone uses with a squeegee. But for now, I'll be utilizing what I already know, which is creating stencils. Just for this first drop. But yeah guys, here's how it looks. It's got a clean look to it, very simple and easy to wear, you know, if you're going out to run errands, or if you're working out at the gym, or hey, if you're going to the junkyard. But yeah guys, this is pretty much the first official t-shirt for the channel. And I'll probably add a long sleeve version as well, because I mean, that's what I prefer to wear anyways.
And then if you're curious about how it fits, this one that I got on, it's an extra large. I like to wear mine loose fitted. I'd recommend buying a size up if you're worried about the shirt shrinking after you wash it as well. These are heavy cotton Gildan t-shirts, so I figure I start off really simple, just a plain old t-shirt with, you know, Junkyard Junkie on it. Something that you could rep the channel with and you wouldn't mind getting dirty while working on your car. That's why I went with the color black. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in 2 free air fresheners for every t-shirt purchase. I just got a bunch of these. I'm not really doing anything with them, so I might as well just give it away to you guys, so yeah.
So guys, if you wanted to support the channel in any way, buying a t-shirt would totally help with funding a K-swap in the near future. Eventually, I'm going to come out with way cooler designs, so if you want to pass on this drop, don't even sweat it. I can't thank you guys enough for just watching my videos. But yeah, I'm going to drop the link to my website in the video description below, so y'all can just click on it real easy. But anyways, let's get back to the video. And now that we have new tires, I'm just going to focus on piecing back the interior back together, as well as all of the other trims on the exterior.
Alright man, I'm back at the yard and take a look at this. What a coincidence after I just bought my Mazda. $3,000. See if it's a standard transmission at least. Automatic. Oh. Go ahead and pass this. Look, if it was going for $1,500, I'll take it. They lock it now. What the hell? I've been thinking maybe I should buy one of these cars here at the junkyard, do another junkyard series, but it looks like they raised the prices of all of these cars. They used to go for like, yeah, I used to see some for at least $1,500. No way in hell no. Someone's gonna buy this for $26. Ooh. Got the AutoZone special. Oh, and look at this. It's got an RX-8 spoiler on it. No, not RX-8. It's a it's Mitsubishi Lancer spoiler. But this is the one that I actually put on my RX-8. Good old Junkyard and AutoZone special. I don't know, these days I'm kind of just feeling like if you're looking for just a straight up project car, it shouldn't be anything over $1,500. Look at this, Bono job. What? There's wood in there. That is insane. Not really here for anything crazy. I really just needed some more just fasteners, really. Fasteners and bolts. Need to find some extra lug nuts as well.
So we're back at the same car that we took from previously. I'm just gonna go on the other side and take more of these plastic clips. Along with the plastic clips, I'm gonna go ahead and take some more of these bolts. And I'm also gonna take these little hood spouts for the washer fluid. When I took mine off, I think I just misplaced them, so. And another piece that I misplaced is this little rubber cover for the antenna. I'll just take it off of this EG. And here's some extra lug nuts on the floor that's going right into my pockets. You gotta make every junkyard trip worth it.
Well, it's now 5 o'clock, so I gotta get my ass out of here. Alright, so one of the last few things I'm having trouble with is replace the door handles, right? But on both sides, I'm having issues. For whatever reason, the rod that attaches to that little latch inside there somehow slipped out. I'm having to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to put this back into that little clip. So if y'all can see in there, that thing right there is what the rod attaches to. When you lift the lever, it pushes the rod down and then it releases the door. So the thing that latches into the door handle, I unscrewed this from the top of the rod. So that way I'm thinking I can maybe slip this above it and hopefully get this into the grooves. Matter of fact, let's go to the other side and I can show you how it's actually supposed to look like. The rod, of course, push down on it and it'll activate that little switch. Right there, that's how it's supposed to look like. I don't even know how it slipped out. It's just, I guess it just finagled itself out. All right, there it is. I managed to get it in there actually. Yeah, you just unscrew the top of it where it attaches to the actual door handle. Flip this rod upside down and you slip it through from the top. And then once that's all the way through, you kind of had to like flip this back upwards and just kind of bend it into that tab. Yeah, I mean, the grooves will just kind of snatch into each other. Once I attach the door handle, I'll be able to open my door properly. All right, guys, finally got this on with the lock and everything. It functions as it should. So that was a pain in the ass. I kid you not, I was out here for like maybe 1 or 2 hours just trying to finagle my hands into there and reconnect everything. These are always a pain in the ass. See, the thing is, where the rod connects to that little latch inside of this door, that latch, it's a little bent. It's giving this rod some leeway to kind of just slip out. I don't know, I was able to just finagle it in there, twist the rod back upwards, and then slip it into the that insert where the door handle is. Ah, man, such an annoyance. I hate messing with these door handles because you got to put them on a certain way as well. You gotta like first you gotta, you know, bolt up the door handle, put the first bolt in and just let it hang, and then slip that metal bracket over. And once the bracket's on there, you bolt in the second bolts. And then once that's complete, you gotta put in the lock. Insert that lock and make sure it's all the way flush through. Only then can you get that locking pin and try to push it into the insert. And then, you know, once everything's locked in, you just reinsert the rods. The last thing I was struggling with, the main rod that connects to the door handle. See, when you lift up the door handle from the outside, it pushes that entire rod down onto the latch, thus, you know, releasing the door. Yeah, my problem was the rod wasn't, basically the rod wasn't fully seated into that latch, and it was real tough trying to maneuver that in. But finally got it done. Driver's side now closes and opens properly. And now I'm gonna try to get the passenger side in. So here's the issue with this one I was telling you all about. While I was taking it off, the handles happened to break on me. Since it's old brittle plastic, this is the piece that broke off. Yeah, let's try to put this back. There it is. That's how it's supposed to be like. Thankfully it was a clean break, so just picked up some JB weld. I'm gonna mix this together, pretty much sandwich it, and hopefully it'll keep that plastic together. while that is drying, I'm gonna go ahead and sand this down and spray paint it black. As you can see, it's faded here.
Alright, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put the door handle back in since the JB weld is a little dry. I've just got it connected to the rod already, so all I had to do was insert it from the outside, and now I gotta bolt it up. And I'll explain the process as I'm going along. So once it's inserted into the door, reinsert the bolt that doesn't have the bracket, and this will hold up the door handle while you're trying to put in everything else. Now get the metal bracket and put it into position. Once you've got it lined up, go ahead and bolt it in. And so now you're gonna want to reinsert the lock. So press it in, make sure it's flat all the way to the door handle, and when everything's flush, go ahead and reinsert this locking pin. This is what I struggled with the most because I didn't have everything aligned. But once you finally have that in, reinstall this bracket for the lock and put this C-clip back in to hold everything in place.
Door handles, I'm gonna go ahead and just scrape off all this overspray. Got a little razor blade. And I'm gonna mix it in with some acetone. Got this all around the car, so it'll take me quite a bit to get this overspray off.
And now that I have the windows all cleaned off, I'm gonna go ahead and just spray the car down with some water. And I'll give it a little wash, because the car's been sitting outside for a while.
I went ahead and picked up a brand new battery from the good old O'Reilly's. I've been having to just swap out my battery from my regular Civic into the Civic Junkyard build every single time, so I'm kind of tired of doing that. Alright guys, I brought it home and just opened up the hood. Took a closer inspection. Look what I found. Guys. Dog, my car's infested with ants. What the fuck? Why the fuck did that even happen? Might have built up a whole ant pile somewhere in my engine. Bro, how does this happen? Well, yeah guys, that's pretty much it. Got it all pieced together. I still have a few small things to put back on, but yeah, for the most part, that's how she's looking right now. I think, man, hey, for what we've been doing so far, I think this Civic turned out very nicely. Even though it does look complete, you know, I'm still gonna search for parts and throw some more things on it here and there, but I guess this will kind of be like the sort of the finale. Like, I'm basically wrapping everything up, and yeah, I mean, hey, look, it's on the road right now, so it's running and driving. It looks complete. I don't really know what to say. It's kind of just like, man, I can't believe we did this. Pretty much did a complete transformation on the exterior. All the extra episodes after this will probably be a lot of interior stuff. I'll probably rip out the carpet and clean it up and then dye it black. So it'll be my first time doing that, so you will learn along with me. But let me know what y'all think. Does it look good? I think it looks damn good. Way better than before. Also, why did I choose yellow? Why did I go yellow? It's kind of, I kind of wanted like a Type R, like spoon sort of look. Yeah, I think it looks good. It just looks like a classic old Honda Civic. So I've got so much to say, but like, hey guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys that, you know, followed along with the journey, saw me piece together this car bit by bit. I'm so thankful to you guys, for real. This car and this journey, this whole Junkyard series, it was able to bring together this community, all of the people that I've, you know, garnished, and, you know, we're seeing the results now. So I do need that fourth wheel though. Look guys, if any of y'all have a lead on a fourth HFP wheel, let me know. I'm gonna end the video off right here. I'm gonna drive around a little bit, enjoy the car. Hey, Like always, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll see you for the next one.